Okay, welcome back to Superchat. We just lost the stream due to the internet. Whenever that happens, we will come back one time, but that's it. And the reason why I just don't want everybody to have to wait and wonder, and when the internet's choppy, there's nothing we can do about it anyway. We got to wait it out until it gets fixed. I live outside of Toronto by about an hour and a half, so we don't have that great, fiber optic 5G internet, but I do appreciate everybody's patience. Scratch and PPA Michael's Adventures, my dear friends, thank you for coming back in. While we wait for a couple more people to come in and talk about the weightlifting geek, I'll tell you guys the story about that awful dinner experience that we had. So we left Canada's Wonderland today after my live stream on my personal channel. We took off when we went to a franchise for dinner, and one that we somewhat enjoy, and I don't want to throw them under the bus because we don't know where the problem really truly lies. Anyway, so we walk in the door and I see that there are 3 people standing there waiting and not being attended to. So I wonder what on earth is going on. And then there's another couple of people and they're standing there not being attended to. And so I look around the corner and I see there's a couple of tables. One of them particularly has dishes all over it. The people have clearly been gone. There's no servers, nobody around anywhere. And I'm like, I'll bet they're understaffed. I don't know why. There's no reason for that, but it looks like it, right? And I do come from that industry. So not that I'm saying I know, I'm just saying it could be, right? So we get in there, and I say, if we're going to stay, we have to know this might be a disaster. So we did, and we talked to the waiter that came around. It took a little while, and he's like, oh, yeah, we're understaffed, and it's like this all the time. We're trying to hire people, but everybody's hiring, so we can't get enough people. So anyway, we don't know if that's true, but that might be the story. It took over an hour. From the time we even ordered, we'd probably been there almost half an hour to get the food that finally did come, and then of course we're starving by that point. So we wolfed it down, and what a disaster. But anyway, so this led to not being able to be certain when we were going to get back, and I had to play around with the times of the stream and everything else. So thank you everybody for coming back in. We lost the stream just due to a bad internet connection. And that doesn't happen often these days. We did get a router replaced not too long ago. But when it ever happens, we will come back one time. If it cuts again, that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow because we don't want everybody to wait and wonder. Oracles and Beyond, thank you for coming in. Cali King 916, it's good to see you here. We're looking at the Weightlifting Geek. This channel actually was just picked from the wheel right before we lost that connection. And I see that Charlene Heel is back in the house. Chris's Clever Craft. I got to refill the wheel, so I'm going to ask everybody to be patient with me while I get this done, because we don't know ever who's going to make it back in, right? Not everybody's heard my speech on the internet and what happens, so a lot of people might think we're done for the day or head off somewhere else or whatever you have. Ghostly Winds, and thank you for asking, by the way. Ghostly Winds reached out to me just to check in if everything's okay. Everything's fine, it's just the internet. I don't live in Toronto, so it's not that perfect, beautiful internet that they have over there. Forgive me for everything I'm missing in the chat. I'm working on the wheel right now, so I can't read any messages in the chat. But thank you everybody for coming back in. I've got Chris's Clever Craft, Ghostly Winds, I Am Betty J Gathers on there, Chris and Larry Homestead is coming back on. And I see that Micah Rihanna Family Vlogs is come back in, so thank you very much. Luckily, that's something that doesn't happen often, but I know you're here for the first time, so thank you for coming back in. Come Hither with Heather is back. I bring it every day. Motor City Scratchers, I think I said hello again. Nikki D Official, thank you for coming back in. Oracles and Beyond, always good to see you. My friend Cassie, from a very long time now. The Bud Files, good to see you here. Professional Paranormal Research is in the house. Euforma TV, thank you for coming back in. Nicholas Family Adventures came in earlier. They said they might not be able to stick around, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just popping in to say hello. Give that thumbs up or what have you. So forgive me for anything I've missed in the chat. I really haven't seen any messages at all. Forgive me while we've been restarting here. I can catch up from now, but if you've mentioned something that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll catch it the next time around. Garden at Table with Heather Lynn, thank you for coming back in. Thank you very much, Nicholas Family Adventures. I do appreciate that. Now, when we restart the stream, of course, we lose all the momentum, including the thumbs up. So if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this second stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I'll appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone from time to time. Dora UG Media, good to see you in the house. So forgive my long-winded speech. Hopefully Michael's Adventures and Scratch and PPA enjoyed that. It was quite a disaster. And you always want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I was happy enough even to get the food when we got it. But I literally got to the point at this restaurant where I said to the waiter, it was an hour, literally, before our food had come. And I said, okay, have they started making it yet? He's like, no, it's coming right now in 2 seconds. I'm sorry, and all this. I didn't give the guy a hard time. So then they did bring the food out. If it hadn't, we were just going to leave, pay for the drinks, go and hit McDonald's on the way home. But luckily we didn't have to, so that was okay. And it rounded out our otherwise good day. Andre Southgate, good to see you here. Runneth Over Garden and Life, good to have you in the house as well. Forgive me for anybody that I missed. For those of you who didn't catch the first 3/4 of that story, it's at the beginning of this part of the stream, which is now called 393B episode of Tuber Chat. Stiff Breast Entertainment, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. And the Weightlifting Geek is up here right now. So obviously this is somebody who wants to motivate us with fitness and healthy living particularly. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. There's somebody who's only recently found the Tuber Chat family, probably a month ago, and is been here just about every single day since then, but is made themselves quite an active part of the Tuber Chat family. And they have a second channel here as well, pardon me. We got a lot of sun today. It's going to do some fun things to me. VPN Ultron Gaming, good to see you in the house. I think you're here for the first time. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but good to see you in the house. Unblock Me Please is an interesting name for a channel, but good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're both feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So I hope everybody will connect with the Weightlifting Geek, and I'm just going to take one of your videos here and add it into my catch-up list to make sure I don't fall behind. They're posting so frequently these days, but I've caught them in between a couple of different things that they do on their channel. We'd love to push them a little bit closer to 800, so I hope everybody will connect with them. This is VSNC09. Thank you for coming in. And Moments with Vanessa, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra support. For that reason, your channel is going to be the very next one that we look at. Choices Places People, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. Mrs. VSNC09 happens to be a member, so I've got her on the wheel right away. Unblock Me Please is not a content creator yet. That's okay. You're free to continue meeting friends here if you would like to. Everybody loves a supporter. And then when you're ready to create content, you'll have friends ready for your channel to support you. We're all here to support each other over the long term. And forgive me, I'm slurring my words here for no reason. Moments with Vanessa is up next, but this is I Am Betty J Gathers, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and this is somebody who has been with the Tuber Chat family for quite some time. The Bud Files, good to see you back in the house. Andre Southgate is here. Jeremy D-Day, thanks for coming back in. Forgive me for anybody I'm missing. because now I'm going to lose track of who was here first and who came into the second half of the stream. But I certainly do appreciate everybody being here. I'd rather make the mistake of doing it twice than not doing it. But just forgive me if I missed you. But Philip Lemon is just the internet. Jake Hudson, good to see you in the house. Joy and Pong, good to have you here as well. If we ever lose the internet like that, we always come back one time, but never more than once. If we lose it a second time, we'll just come back the next day. So I reset everything. It should be okay, but we really don't know. We'll just hang on as if. So I am Betty J Gathers is here with 241 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 250 that they're thinking about. I am Betty J Gathers also wants to motivate and inspire us. We've probably gained hundreds of thumbs up just from I am Betty J Gathers, because with so much energy and enthusiasm, she reminds everybody every single day, and I appreciate that extra support. And then, Scratch and PPA can do an investigation. Yeah, possibly. And so let's move on to Moments with Vanessa. Thank you, everybody, again for your patience. I am Betty J Gathers. Actually joined me on my personal channel for what I think was the first time earlier today. So I really do appreciate that extra support as well. So Moments with Vanessa, this must be the first time that we're putting your channel up on our screen. So I haven't connected yet, but I'm going to do it right now. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is pick out one of your videos, and that is, I'm going to look, I usually look for something around 10 minutes. Most of your stuff is longer or shorter. I'm going to take this, a 2-minute hello that's actually 16 minutes long, and I'm going to add that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So unblock me, please. I grew up in Toronto, but I live close to Niagara Falls right now, about 15, maybe 20 minutes away. So just on the other side of the border in Canada from a lot of our friends in the United States. Corinne's Life is in the house as a member and a moderator. And Outgoing Azzy, good to see you here. I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. I wanted to tell you another short story for a quick second. So earlier today, I did a live stream on my personal channel, and that was from a theme park, right? Canada's Wonderland had a special preview day today, so I was able to go there. And what I did was actually took a note out of all that Fluff and Stuff's book, where what they suggest is when you're going to put a video out, you put out a shorts video as well to promote that. So I did exactly that. Now I followed a bit of your advice, a bit of Corinne's Life's advice, a bit of my own advice, and I made that separately on the camera and then uploaded it separately to TikTok, to Instagram, to Facebook, and this and that. Now I haven't done anything on TikTok yet. I'd only ever put one other short video out that really didn't do very much, but this one got a couple thousand views, so I was happy with that. I really don't know what to expect yet, just because I haven't put content out there, right? I know I've got some friends who are doing well over there. We just want to do as much as we can with both of them. Strange and Interesting CVN. Forgive me, I missed you coming in. And I thank you to Scratch and PPA for catching that. I missed a super chat from you as well. I'm trying desperately to keep up with the chat. Oh, did something go on? Strange and Interesting CVN. Forgive me. I don't know if it's my internet now or my, what's it called? I'm not sure if my internet is causing a problem or if it's just glitching on me. When we're streaming, we're putting so much pressure on the processor. I'll catch up in a second. King Walken, good to see you in the house. Scratch and PPA, just let me know something. I'm trying desperately to catch it again in the chat. I missed it. There it is. Strange and Interesting CVN. So I believe you're here for the first time. And I'm having a feeling that Unblock Me Please is somebody that I already know, but I'm not sure which channel that originally might have been. Infor Media Live, thank you so much for another super chat. That's another friend of Tuberchat who's been here actually with another channel for a while. Thank you for that. We're going to look at those two channels next. For that reason, I really do appreciate that extra support. Keeping Up with the Griffins, good to see you here. Wicked Awesome Gardening, good to have you in the house as well. Love to Travel with Wave is here. Always good to see you. Ruth Olam's Journey, good to have you back. And yeah, the Ghostly Winds, the Wheel of Doom is really something else today. And then, yeah, all that fluff and stuff. I was happy to have taken that note out of your book there. Yeah, unblock me, please. If you've already told me which channel it was that you might have come in from before, forgive me because it's escaping me right now. But as long as everybody's meeting each other in the chat and having a good time, we're all good. So Mrs. VSNC09 is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're here with us almost every single day. Thank you, Outgoing Azzy. Mrs. VSNC09, as you can see, has a lot of featured channels here. They put a lot of focus on promoting others. However, they have somewhat of a variety channel. As you can see, they talk about weekly vlogs and live streams. They're not really tying themselves to any particular content. That gives them the freedom to do whatever they want. But much of the content on this channel revolves around the royal family. And it's interesting because Mrs. VSNC09 really understands their subject and therefore is able to lead conversation in the chat, and it results in one of the most engaged conversational chats that you see that's out there, or at least that I've seen. So I hope you'll enjoy that and see what I'm talking about. They always have a lively live stream or premiere, and they bring us both of those types of videos as well as shorts. So I hope everybody will join them. They're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when you get there. And they stream and post frequently, so I hope you'll catch that from them and see what kind of support comes back from them as well. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I don't mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So Strange and Interesting CVN is coming up next. Now, this is a channel who's here for the first time today, but thank you for that extra support. I really do appreciate the extra support from you. And then Infor Media Live, thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. And your channel is actually going to be up next for that reason. I bring it every day. Good to see you in the house as well. Forgive me, my voice is not 100% today, but we'll try to hold it together. This is an interesting channel, but that's okay. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your longer video. I'm going to add that into my watch later list, and I'm actually going to take the other one and add it into my catch-up list. Now, what this will allow me to do with the watch later list is after the stream today, I'll go through that list in the next 24 hours. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then thank you, Choices, Places, People. I really do appreciate all the kind words in the chat today. Michael's adventures. He talks about blocking. He never blocks anybody here. Actually, we've been really lucky because we haven't had a lot of trouble where that's been necessary. Knock on wood, of course. I don't want to jinx it. But some of the things that help with that, you might wonder about this 20-minute wait time on the subscriber only mode or the slow mode that we have on. That's, I've knocked it down to 5 seconds now. It used to be 10. But those things help. It helps prevent those kind of things from coming in. A lot of the people who do the things that are undesirable, let's say, in your chat, don't have the patience to stick around for that stuff. They'll just take off and go somewhere else. And while we don't wish it on anybody, it can be a great deterrent, at least for your own channel. I'm just scanning back in the chat because I know I missed a few things. I don't mean to miss anything anybody mentions. If there was a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I will try to catch it the next time around. And Infor Media Live is here. I know Unblock Me Please was talking about Buffalo, but I just don't know if that's somebody that I already know that's from Buffalo. So forgive me if there was an inside joke that I missed there or anything like that. But either way, it's great that you're here. And it's great that you're meeting new friends. Now, one of the things that's most important for anybody that's brand new to Superchatter, if you haven't been here many times before, we put a lot of focus on the way that we connect with each other. It is more important than ever that we're doing as much as we can for others while we're connecting with them, knowing that that generosity comes back. Here in Superchat, the best success is made in making the first move and then supporting others and having them return that support to you. So the way that we do that specifically is to start a conversation with somebody in the chat. Keep in mind, people are coming and going all the time. That's what we're supposed to be doing because people are out watching videos on other channels. When you have let somebody know that you want to connect, you head to their channel like Infor Media Live here. You watch a full video of at least 3 minutes long from beginning to end. Very important that it's a full video that you watch. Very important that it's over 3 minutes long. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video while you're watching. You don't want to say, new friend here, fam from TuberChat, great vid, nice one, or any of that stuff, because if you say something that hundreds of other people might be saying, your comment will almost certainly get held for review in the YouTube algorithm, and you could see that connection lost. We don't want anybody to lose their connections. We know YouTube is constantly playing games with all of our numbers, our views, our likes, our watch hours, everything else. While you're watching the video on the channel and leaving a decent comment for that creator, you're giving a thumbs up, subscribing. I recommend putting the bell on for every creator as you see me do, and then that should make the connection stick. When you come back into TuberChat, you let them know you've done that. They'll turn around and do the same thing for you, and then your connection should be solid. So Infor Media Live is here with 328 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about right now. You can see that this is an incredibly informative channel with, first of all, a lot of great thumbnails. You can tell this is a dynamic host. And a lot of information that will help with YouTube. And I'm sure this is a creator that we already know with another channel, but I don't want to make the mistake of getting that wrong. So I hope everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. One of the things I always recommend to anybody, if you do have more than one channel, is to feature it on your own front page. I usually put mine at the bottom, just so that people can find it, because if somebody is the kind of creator who wants to like go through they're already connected to you, they go to your front page and they're that interested, they are probably very much inclined to connect with you on more than one channel if they find out you have more than one. So it's just an idea, but something I like to recommend. And there you go. Yes, never on shorts videos. All that fluff and stuff is saying absolutely that's the case. Chris and Larry Homestead is coming up right now. They happen to be members, so I had put them on the wheel right away as soon as they got here in the chat. We'll get their channel up here right now. Thank you one more time, Inform Media Live, for those super chats. I really do appreciate that extra support. Now we're back to spinning the wheel. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody that should be on the wheel right now, but it is time for me to get some names from our chat list. So we'll do that in a second before we talk about Chris and Larry Homestead. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They're very new to Tuber Chat, just finding us within the last month, but already becoming members. They've shown to be generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. They're obviously already monetized, so there's lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. And I'm just getting a few others on the wheel today. So Mike and Rihanna is coming up on the wheel of doom already with Nikki D Official. And Kicking It with Lulu is somebody who's been making frequent appearances on YouTube. And let me get Mike and Rihanna. Forgive me, all my windows are freezing on me today. That's Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs. We'll be looking at them for the first time. So Chris and Larry Homestead is doing quite well. They've got 8.25K, 8,250 or so subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Danforth Avenue Wellness, forgive me for missing you. I did see you come in a moment ago. Thank you for being here. Queen's Life, always good to see you. That's another creator who's here with us just about every single day. There it is, Information Man. Forgive me, the name was not coming to me. I know Information Man very well. Most of us here in the Tuber Chat family know Information Man. That's the creator behind Inform Media Live. So thank you very much for that. I'm going to try to remember that, so when you're here and I talk about your channel, I'll talk about both of them at the same time. And thank you so much, Scratch and PPA, for mentioning that as well. And forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat again. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that I missed, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier, and I'll catch it the next time around. Chris and Larry Homestead is somebody, like I said, I'm still getting to know. So I'm going to take one of their latest videos, add it into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. And the idea is, as I get to know your content better, the more and more you're here, I'll get to know the channel, hopefully the creators behind the channel, and then I can promote you better every time you're here as well. You'll hear that in the stories that I tell. Jennifer Tochi, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right for you, but it's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Kicking It with Lulu, like I said, has been making frequent appearances here in Tuber Chat lately. This is somebody who's fairly new to us, but I'm going to put their channel up right now. We'll see what they've been up to lately. Now, if anybody here in the house right now is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Kicking It with Lulu has 199 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them up and over the 200 that we know that they're thinking about. Now, whenever you're aiming for a milestone, then one of the things I recommend is aiming a little bit higher. So if you can continue to work on the channel, continue to connect with more creators, I always recommend jumping to an extra 5 or 10. And the reason why is because, like I said earlier, YouTube likes to play games with all of our numbers, but if you've got about 5 or 10 over the milestone you're looking for, even if they do kind of hit you a little bit, you probably won't slip below that milestone, because that never feels good. We always want to see forward progress, right? And forgive me for anybody I haven't welcomed in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Now, I'm still getting to know Kicking It with Lulu, but we can see a lot of shorts here. It's great to see you're getting some action on this. 5,000 views on this one here. And I'm just going to take your latest video, add this into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. My YouTube search, good to see you in the house. Chef BC, Cherry Bliss VSC is here as well. We're going to get them onto the wheel in a quick second. They've been a member over a year, as you can see. The membership badges that we have here match the colors that YouTube set out as defaults, just so you get an idea of how long somebody has actually been a member in that case. So we'll get Chef BC, Cherry Bliss, VSC, and Ghostly Winds will take over the pole position on the Wheel of Doom. And Chris's Clever... we looked at Chris's Clever Craft. I didn't clean up the wheel. And forgive me. I'm making myself laugh now. Why am I missing everything? Scratch and PPA. I promise you, I said I'm going to try. I said to myself a million times, I'm going to try not to have this happen. I'm thinking of ways that I can make this not happen. He's had to remind me at least twice now that Queen's Life dropped a super chat. My dear goodness, I'm so sorry. Thank you for your patience, Queen's Life. I overlooked that. For some reason, I didn't see it in the chat. Chef BC Cherry Bliss VSC is actually going to come up next. But Queen's Life dropped a super chat on us a little while back. So we're going to get that channel up here right now. Now, she's here just about every day. She's done this countless times. And thank you, Scratch and PPA. I don't know why I'm missing that the way that I am. Maybe it's my peripheral vision or something like that. Most of you will probably never have otherwise known if I didn't tell the story. I grew up with a lazy eye for a very long time until I was well into my 40s. But I finally got that fixed, and what they told me is when that's done, it's a simple procedure. Most people have probably come across somebody who's got a lazy eye. You know, one eye takes off on its own the other way and this and that. It's just a muscle. That's all it is. So what they do is they weaken a muscle on the other side to bring the eye the way that it's supposed to be. So I had delayed in having this done like my whole life, but I finally decided I wanted it done, but I got it done. But they warned me. They said your peripheral vision is not going to be equal to everybody else's anymore. Now, I don't know if that's my problem or not. I'm just making excuses, but I'm telling you that. So, it's interesting. It is a different life, though. I was happy to get that done. So Queen's Life is up here right now. Like I said, they dropped a super chat on us. They've done that countless times already. They are here with us almost every single day in Tuber Chat, and I hope everybody will connect with them. We don't have a sub count right now. If I'm right, they just crossed 2,000 subscribers, and they do pure variety on their channel. Now, when we look at Minty, who is featured on their front page, this is actually a channel belonging to Queen's Life's son. And I always find it extra special when we see in real life friends or family supporting each other on YouTube, because the biggest complaint that I get is, why is it so difficult to find in real life friends and family to support each other when I can find people on YouTube willing to do it? It doesn't make sense, right? But it's something we all struggle with, I promise you, or most of us anyway. So this is Minty. They have an official artist channel. We see again from the music note like we saw on Emotions channel earlier, and they're doing some hip-hop music here. We're hoping to see some new stuff coming out from this creator shortly, but I hope everybody will connect with both of these creators. And again, it's wonderful to see them supporting each other so much. Philip Lemon, good to see you back in the house. Garden State Gardener, good to see you here as well. Nikki D Official is coming up. Forgive me, this is another week again, Garden State Gardener. I imagine you must have done Sunday Fun Day, but I was out. I wouldn't have been around. I wasn't on YouTube most of the day or night. But it's always good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I always look forward to Sunday Fun Day when I can get there. Garden State Gardener has an extremely lively live stream. There you go. Yes, 0 of your family and co-workers watch your content. Yeah, not surprising, Michael's Adventures. It's literally is just about everybody. It might be, yes, Danforth Avenue Wellness. It certainly might be. And that's great. Outgoing Azzy, yes, he's doing very, very well these days. I need a quick second. I'll be right back. Pardon me. Oh, goodness. Great Farmer Freelance, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Garden State Gardener has actually dropped a super chat on us. Again, he's done that many times before. For that reason, we're going to make his channel the next one that we look at. Actually, Garden State Gardener just sniped the Stream Boss position as well. What I'm talking about is the video game life meter that you see under my camera there. Every membership and super chat knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss, and the last person to knock it out becomes the next Stream Boss. And that will give Garden State Gardener a little bit of extra exposure for a period of time. Needs watches. Not sure if I welcomed you back in. Good to see you here. I hope I haven't missed anybody. I know we've got at least one more channel that just came in. Dangerous Jobbers is back with us. It's good to see you here as well. When we restarted the stream today, we lost all our thumbs up, of course. So, well, they're still there. They're just on the other stream. So if you haven't already given a thumbs up on this one, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a second, and I will appreciate it greatly. I'm just chuckling because I'm looking at Nikki D Official's channel here. Now, this is a creator who's here with us, I think, every single day. She's got 75 subscribers now. We'd love to push her towards the first 100. We know the race to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as we're all doing as much as we possibly can for each other, we see channels continue to grow, continue to hit these milestones and things like that. So it's great. But the reason why I laugh is because I'm seeing Nikki D Official. I've caught her many times on live streams. She's posting frequently, just about every single day. The last time I caught her was a few days ago. You can see that. But I've noticed that her streams are starting to turn into long streams. This is a different one, but I see she put up a 5-hour stream now. It's interesting to see how channels do that. But Nikki D Official, it's interesting to see that extra content too. Backlash Fisherman, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. Oh, it's possible Ghostly wins. Yeah, I wasn't sure. And, yeah, I'm sure, Outgoing Azzy. Forgive me, Danforth Avenue Wellness. Can I explain what is Super Chat? So there is a way to support creators, or if you are thinking about monetizing your own channel, to be supported by people. And what that involves is people can give what others might call a donation. So each platform has their own way of talking about these things, whether it's, I think you can do it on Facebook, but on Instagram they have their own thing, on TikTok they have their own thing, on Twitch they have bits and subscriptions instead of memberships and things like that. So a super chat is a way to give a donation of some amount of money, somewhere between about $1 in, let's say, American currency, to up to $500 at a time. And this is done, it's not available in every country. It's not available on every platform. You can't do it on an iPhone. I don't think you can do it on an iPad unless you can somehow jimmy your way into a desktop version of the YouTube website and things like that. But it is a way that people can give a one-time donation for different reasons. There's lots of different reasons why people might do something like that. Here on Superchat, I would consider it, something that's a thank you. But of course, we know that not everybody can do something like that for a multitude of different reasons. So for that reason, I don't hold anything back from anybody here. I intend not to. And all I mean by that is that all of the streams are available to everybody. The chance to get on the wheel, the chance to get on the screen, it's all open to everybody. The only thing we do here in the case of memberships and super chats is speed things up. So in the case of a super chat, we put them on the screen right away, like we're about to do with Garden State Gardener, because they gave us a $3 super chat a few moments ago. And then in the case of members, we add them onto the wheel right away. The wheel, of course, is random. When I get down to about 5 or 6 names, I start adding names from the chat list based on who's been most active, as well as how long you've been here. And Peacekeeper, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I hope that's a clear enough explanation. Forgive me if it's not quite, or if there's something you need me to clarify. And if anybody wants to swap playlists in the chat for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So this is what we're talking about here, Garden State Gardener. Now, a lot of times you can tell if a channel is monetized by the join button that they have there. That's for memberships. Now, not every channel that's monetized chooses to add memberships, but in my experience, it seems that most do. When you see that, you can click on their memberships and see the different things that they have available, the different benefits that you get by joining their memberships and things like that. So Garden State Gardener is one of these channels. They have super chats and memberships available. And I see that Dangerous Jobbers is just dropping another super chat on us right now. So again, we're going to let them skip the wheel and get right onto the screen next. But we will get back to spinning the wheel afterwards, and then we'll start adding names from the chat list very, very soon. Like I said, everybody has the chance to be on the wheel on the screen here. You do not have to super chat. You do not have to be a member. We just speed things up in those cases, but everything here is available to everyone. So, Garden State Gardener has almost 1,700 subscribers. They're well more than halfway there now with over 1,650. And I see that they did actually do Sunday Fun Day. So if you can join them for this particular live stream, it's worth seeing. Sometimes they have over 100 people watching. And it's really fast-paced and high energy and a lot of fun to be a part of. And they do a lot of giveaways and things like that, and that helps. But Garden State Gardener does some collaborations with other creators as well. Now, they bring us all three types of content with videos, shorts, and live streams. I'm just going to take your latest video, put it in my catch-up list because I don't want to fall behind. And I've also seen this creator, first of all, have other people on their panel and join other people on other StreamYard panels and share content by going out into a theme park, but giving that content to another creator on their stream as well. And that's an incredibly generous thing to do. So Garden State Gardener's built up an incredible reputation as a very supportive creator. So I hope everybody will connect with them. You'll get that support coming back from them and see what I'm talking about. And yes, Pierogies Monday. I don't think I have joined you for one of those yet, Garden State Gardener. And I, at that particular hour, tend to be out and tied up. But I'm going to try to keep it in mind for tomorrow because my schedule has changed a little bit. I might be able to get in there, and I'd love to see what you do. Peacekeeper is still in the house. And forgive me if I've missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. Now, we did lose the first stream. If anybody has the ability to share this one out, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat today and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. And it looks like we're doing okay. Dangerous Jobbers is up. Thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. And you've already knocked a little bit of life off of our stream boss, which is Garden State Gardener. With 245 subscribers, we'd love to see this creator get up, maybe even very close to 250 today, and get them halfway to the 300 that we know is going to be around the corner for them. Now, I'm still getting to know Dangerous Jobbers, but I'm going to take their latest mail call video and add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. It's great to see they've already got some featured channels on their front page as well. This is a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with another creator, and does wonders for the algorithm, I'm sure, as well. VPN Ultron Gaming is still in the house. Multi-Hunter 247, good to see you back. And Ghostly Winds always has the most creative things to say about the Wheel of Doom. He's been in the pole position for a while there. Spiky, good to see you in the house. Tip the Table is the third channel from Chris's Clever Craft. It's good to have you in here as well. I didn't put Chef BC Cherry Bliss VSC up yet. Forgive me, I must have gone out of order. I thought they were already supposed to have come up, so I might have ripped off your chance. But Chef BC Cherry Bliss VSC has been a friend of Superchat for a long time. I'm counting on that friendship now for them to have patience with me when I make mistakes like this. Kaiser Gaming, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I think this is not your first time here, but forgive me if I'm mistaken, and hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Runneth Over Garden and Life is in the house. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. It's time for me to get some names onto the wheel from our chat list, so I'm going to do that in a moment. You have to pardon me. I got unbelievably sunburned today, and I should have known better. I wasn't thinking about getting sunscreen happening. And this is the first day that I've been out in that weather. I don't know how many of you can tell, but I am red, lobster red today. And I will be slathering on the aloe vera, which I've already done. So I'll be just fine. I usually work outdoors in the hot weather seasons anyway, so I'll be fine. But Chef BC Cherry Bliss VSC, of course, brings us delicious looking content and has a lot of shorts videos as well. They've gotten some action there. Hopefully those continue. It's been a little while since they've put up a video, but I'm hoping we'll get some new content from this creator. They usually post very consistently, and like I said, they've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter to TuberChat for quite some time. So if anybody is willing to swap playlists with each other in the chat here for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Great Farmer Freelance says it's cold over there where they are in Nova Scotia. Corinne's Life will know that as well. And yeah, our weather hasn't decided what it wants to do yet, but today was another, we've had a few day of almost perfect summer weather. So it was windy enough that if you stood still for a long period of time, some people might find it, chilly or almost cold. But what you found in the live stream I did earlier today, I was outdoors at a theme park. Most of the people there were wearing hoodies and shorts, or hoodies at least. Men and women both, everybody. Even myself. I regretted that later. I should have worn a t-shirt. I got a little bit hot at times. But that's from moving as well, right? If you keep moving, you stay warmer, I think. And then, yeah, thank you, Uforma TV. I will be just fine, but it's kind of funny. I can take a little bit of sun. I know you shouldn't, but I can. I won't be like hurt and peel all over the place, hopefully, just because I've been through this so many times. And I do work outdoors during the good weather season. So I'm overdue now for getting names on the wheel. So I'll get that done in a second. Then we'll talk about Needs Watches. This is a channel that does one thing very well. My dear goodness, all that fluff and stuff. You guys really have interesting sayings for those kind of things. Have Cheetah Will View is in the house, another longtime friend of TuberChat. There you go. Ghostly Winds is rewriting the lyrics to some Christmas tracks there. So let me see what I can do about adding names to our Wheel of Doom. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs is still there. I hope they're still here with us in the chat. Motor City Scratchers is coming up on the wheel. Runneth Over Garden and Life and Garden to Table with Heather Lynn will come up, and then I'll add some more names as we need them. Needs watches, like I say, they do one thing very well. So this is a very niche channel, right? Because we see all kinds of different ones here in Superchat. And all over YouTube, of course. But this is an example of a channel that can do any type of content, whether it be maybe eventually shorts, but for now streams or videos, and talks about watches. Now you have a huge community around the world of people who share the love of watches in the first place, but now they're giving them a place to find each other here on YouTube, and I'm sure they've got friends in the same category that have other channels similar. But Needs Watches is able to talk about a lot of different brands, a lot of different models, a lot of different price points, and the positives and negatives that go along with each of these things. So it's always an engaged discussion, and I hope everybody will connect with them. You can see a very professionally put together channel here. Their banner and avatar are spectacular, really, and then they do a great job with their thumbnails and other presentation. It is a dynamic host as well, you'll find when you get there. I can skip vitamin D tomorrow? Yeah, maybe. Says Danforth Avenue Wellness. And let's spin the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next. My dear goodness, you'll have to pardon me. My eyes are itching me like crazy now. Oh my gosh. I'm going to take an allergy med in a second here, too. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn is coming up. I figured today with being outdoors, I wouldn't need allergy meds because I'd be getting a lot of fresh air, but maybe not. And you're going to have to sit here watching me rub my eyes if I don't do anything about it. So pardon me just for a quick second. And I'm not going to shut the camera off. I'm just going to reach to the side and we'll look at Garden to Table with Heather Lynn, and I'll talk about this channel in a second. Satisfying Videos 2.0. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Pardon me just for a second. I'll be right back. Let me whip my green screen back into place. This is a portable green screen. I did a review of this on my personal channel too, and I love this thing. If you think about it, this thing has been used for well over 400 live streams. So I hope, I love the thing. It's perfect. I think Wanston and Leo actually got a similar one too, but you can check out that review as well if you're looking for something like that. I love it. Actually, I think the very first episode of Superchat was done away from home. And yeah, I got to think about that, Ghostly Winds. It's a good idea. I might have to. If this continues up, I will. And then thank you so much, Danforth Avenue Wellness. So we're looking at Garden to Table with Heather Lynn. She comes to us from the homesteading community. And we see like Great Farmer Freelance is in the house. Garden State Gardener and many other creators come from the homesteading community here into Superchat. We find a lot of very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters there, not just to themselves and to their community, but to others, coming in. I mean, all of us have communities that grow around our channels, but we do find a lot of generosity in a lot of these creators. Now, Garden to Table with Heather Lynn, I think, is here with us every single day, and she posts frequently, so she is bringing us outdoors to show us a lot of progress in her garden and growing a lot of different things. So I hope everybody will connect with her. She's also got these shorts happening as well. Some of these are getting some serious action. I hope that continues. We obviously have a lot to learn as well as be entertained and inspired by with these homesteading channels and gardening channels and things of that nature. So I hope everybody will connect with her. 130 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her a little bit farther towards the 200 that she's thinking about. I hope I'm pronouncing this right if I say Michelin Doll. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you would like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. We're going to look at Motor City Scratchers in a quick second here. Now, this is a channel who also brings us different variety in videos, even though it's a very niche channel. So you see they've got shorts, as well they've got videos, as well they do live streams. I'm going to set my reminder for your premiere here. One of the things I'm recommending to everybody these days is to set reminders for everything you see. And the reason why I say that is because it's more important than ever before that we do as much as we possibly can for each other while we're connecting. And that includes setting reminders for premieres and live streams, because it sends an engagement signal of interest into the YouTube algorithm, whether you can eventually be at that particular production or not. If we're buffering, there won't be anything I can do about that now, but thank you for mentioning it, Peacekeeper. And if we lose the stream a second time, we won't come back today. We'll be back tomorrow. I changed the time for that one as well, just so our moderators know that it's going to be at noon Eastern. I did have it set for 11, but we could all use a small amount more rest and not want to rush, just because I personally don't have to tomorrow. And I do appreciate, you want to be considerate of the help that you get with your channel. You have a lot of supporters. Everybody's got, supporters that come and see them every day or every production or often enough. And then your moderators hopefully get a chance to enjoy the content on the channel still. There's a lot to moderating. You should see how much, for those of you who haven't already seen with your own eyes here in the chat, how much Scratch and PPA has to do for me. Michael's Adventures is a dear friend who, also truly has my back, and outside, is looking after me as a dear friend. Even outside of the things we talk about here in YouTube. And I talk highly about a lot of other creators here in Superchat for that reason. But when it comes to moderators, you also want to be considerate, of course, of the idea that they have schedules and lives and everything too. And I do appreciate every moment everybody spends. But, the moderators here on Superchat try to be here as often as they can. They also come to my other channels as well. They literally are here for me every chance that they can be. And it's kind of overwhelming when you think about how generous these creators are. So again, you just want to be considerate of that. So, we could all use a little bit extra rest in between some of these streams if we can get it. So, forgive my long speech about that again. Mawari Anita, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And yeah, it's going to be time. Ghostly wins. You know what? I'll take a break in a few more minutes, and then I'll go, and I'm actually going to follow that advice, because it is a good idea, something I do often. We'll see if it helps. Motor City Scratchers is a dynamic couple of creators, and when you catch them in a live stream, you'll get a lively, engaged conversation going on in the chat as well. Now, this is another community, like I talk about with the homesteading community and the channels and the creators behind those channels. We also find this with the lottery ticket scratching community, a lot of generous and supportive creators. Now, I keep telling the same stories over and over and over again. I know those of you who are here frequently have to hear the same things over and over again, but I put so much focus on this because we all understand retention, right? The average person is only around for about 12 minutes at a time. Those are averages. I know there's lots of people here in Superchat for the whole stream, 2 hours, an hour and a half, this, that, and I do appreciate it, but there are also people who just come quickly and go, and I appreciate that too when you come by to give a thumbs up. When we think about retention, though, chances are not everybody hears every speech 15 times a day, right? So we hope not anyway. And Motor City Scratchers has actually sent over some friends this week. A couple of channels came in and said, hey, we're here from Motor City Scratchers, which is really, really cool, because I had joined them for a live stream the other day. So I've got their premiere reminder on. I'm just going to take their latest video. Most of their stuff is very short, but they do live streams as well. I'm just going to add that to my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. Now, let me see what I can do about getting another couple of names on the wheel. And forgive me while I've missed a few things in the chat here. Nikki D Official, yeah, has done a few different things actually. She's done some music covers as well. I've been with her on a few live streams, usually just hanging out. And Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs, yeah, we still have yet to see your channel. You're on the wheel, but we never know how long the wheel is going to take. But we do have a lot of incredibly supportive creators that come through here regularly. And, you know, it's interesting because as we grow and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. But as long as everybody is doing as much as they possibly can for each other, everybody will be just fine. And we see that because we see channels growing, we see channels hitting milestones and getting monetized and all that other good stuff, and that continues. So it's wonderful when we have communities like this that can support each other, especially over the long term, not just in the coming days, but in the coming weeks, months, and maybe even eventually years. And you're starting to hear that in the stories that I tell. Superchat's 2-year anniversary is coming up in 7 days. Next Saturday, April the 30th. And I don't know if I got into it the other day, but the funny story that goes along with that is I had promised everybody, whether it mattered or not, during the first few months while I was building up Superchat, before we started live streaming, I had said we're going to start streaming in April. So I felt like doing it late, and what happened is I streamed on April the 30th just so that I could make the promise come true, but buy myself as much time as possible. So I bought myself an extra 29 days there. But we did eventually start, and last year we were able to run a stream on that very day, and this year we're able to do it again. So next Saturday will be the 2-year anniversary, and I'll put that up a couple days in advance so you can set your reminders if you'd like to. The time should be at the regular time of 4 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, but you'll see your local time soon enough. So we've got a couple of more channels on the wheel now. Outgoing Azzy is on there, MJoy and Pong, who's been with us a couple of times lately, and VPN Ultron Gaming, who's brand new to us today. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And thank you, I am Betty J Gathers. Yes, we lost all our thumbs up when we lost the first live stream due to the internet. So if you haven't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I'll appreciate it greatly. Runneth Over Garden and Life has been enjoying a community tab for a while because they've got 550 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600. They're halfway there now. They've got shorts to bring us, and hopefully some of these start to get some serious action. Pardon me. I'm just looking again. I know I went through this the other day. I'm not sure if they've streamed yet or are thinking about streaming. And, you know, everybody's got to do the right things for their own channels. But we'll wonder about that for now. In the meantime, I'm going to take their latest video. They post frequently. They just put this out a few hours ago today, actually. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, and that will help me stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And if you have the ability to share this live stream out right now, whether it's on a community tab here on YouTube or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that as well. It helps get a couple more people into Superchat today and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. So we're going to go for about 3 minutes for a quick break, and then we'll come back and look at Outgoing Azzy. All right, we're back, and we are looking at Outgoing Azzy, an extremely outgoing creator, and somebody who's very excited to be actually posting on several different social networks. He's got almost 5,100 subscribers. He's here with us often in Superchat. We actually got a great look at his channel the other day when we watched this video as a premiere, his first ever premiere right after Superchat, which was really, really cool. So Kiss My Scratch, thank you for coming in. And then, hopefully everybody's doing okay in the chat. If I missed a question or a comment that you've mentioned here in the chat, just please mention it again. If there's something you wanted me to see, like a question or a comment, if you don't mind adding 3 thumbs up to the beginning of the message, that should help me see it a little bit easier, and I will try to catch it the next time around. Or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow if you can. I know that that is a bit of a chore when you're on a phone. Makeup Mom and Son is back in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And all of the moderators here that you see in Superchat are longtime, very dear friends of mine. They are incredibly supportive, incredibly generous, not just to me, but to everybody that they come across. And each one of the moderators here has a very long story that goes along with their friendship with me and the reason why they're moderators here in Superchat. And they all have channels of their own. They all do something a little bit different. So I hope everybody will connect with them when you see them here in blue. And Outgoing Azzy does shorts as well as videos, and like I said, is an extremely outgoing creator. You can see they get a lot of activity on a lot of their shorts videos as well as even their videos. Their subscriber numbers have been climbing rapidly as well. They always come in here with a lot of energy and positivity. Yes, Ghostly Winds bring so much fun into the chat. If I'd forget to chuckle or smile, then Ghostly Winds would be somebody who would make that happen. I Am Betty J Gathers is another creator who has that happen often as well. I think we looked at her channel earlier. Yeah, I forgot to take her off the wheel. I Am Betty J Gathers is here with us every day as well. She supports on all of my channels, but she always reminds everybody to give those thumbs up. I mean, our moderators do it too, and I do appreciate it. But I Am Betty J Gathers puts a lot of energy into that. Now, interestingly, I've caught her on a lot of live streams as well. We're going to look at a brand new channel today for Superchat. This is Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs. They're here for the first time with 937 subscribers, so officially on the road to 1K. I'm hoping we can give them a warm welcome and push them a little bit closer to that milestone. And then thank you, Outgoing Azzy. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Geeky Girls Journal, good to see you here. Yeah, Michael's Adventures has had quite a weekend. But, you know, like I keep saying, you know, moderators as well, or I shouldn't say keep saying, like I said earlier, moderators as well. We have to remember, like, you know, these are our friends. These are people who look out for us, but they have their own lives. They've got other things going on. They got work schedules and family schedules and all kinds of different things happening. So I appreciate every moment that they're able to spend here in Superchat. Michael's Adventures, for instance, will always send his regards on days that he can't be with us because he's here every chance that he can be. But just like myself, has a work schedule. That's why you don't see a Superchat stream ever on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, because half of my full-time gig is usually working outdoors, and that's going to start up again very soon. So, Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs, let's see what you've got going on here. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I usually look for something around 10 minutes. I'll take this 10-minute one here, and I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different different creators from around the world in different time zones. Alucard, good to see you back in the house. This is Thomas. It's good to see you here. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. And I'm going to add some more names to the Wheel of Doom from our chat list in a moment. Makeup Mom and Son is coming up right now. This is a very dear friend, somebody who has been a dear friend for a very long time. Actually, Aubrey just walked back in. I'm going to give you Makeup Mom and Son's place on the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So Makeup Mom and Son is a very much loved and well-respected creator. She is here both as a moderator and a gold member. So you will see her link drop by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. And I knew I was going to be behind with it. I can't believe how far behind I fall so fast. Makeup Mom and Son is posting frequently, almost every day. So I'm going to grab one. I'm actually going to grab all your videos and put them in my catch-up list so that I can catch up. And what you'll find from Makeup Mom and Son is that she does a lot of variety on her channel. Now, lately, there's a lot of product reviews and unboxings, but she actually does a lot of random live streams. She does a lot of, she talks about beauty products. She hops in on other people's StreamYard panels, and she has people hop in with her. Now, one of the most notable things she's been doing lately is an interview series where she's brought us a lot of different YouTubers to be introduced to. Some of them you recognize from the Superchat family, and many you'll be introduced to for the first time, because Makeup Mom and Son has built up quite a reputation as an incredible supporter, and then gets that support coming back to her in that interview series as an example. And I've been honored to have been a part of that. And you will recognize, like I said, a few members of the Superchat family as well. But I hope you'll visit her. Makeup Mom and Son is incredibly supportive. She shows generosity, not only in all the typical ways that you see on YouTube, but over and above as well. She's got almost 1,200 subscribers. Hopefully we can push her a little bit farther. And she is, of course, fully monetized with Super Chats and memberships available when we get there. She's had some success with Shorts videos as well. One of these had... it might be, here it is, Taco Meat Cooking. 37,000 views. Now, she's had many more that have gotten some serious action as well with thousands of views. But that's pretty notable to get that many. So we're looking forward to more of that from Makeup Mom and Son. And let's see what I can do about adding some names to the wheel before I spin. And now we are in about the second half of the stream. So I'm going to try to move faster through channels than I did in the first half. We always get a little bit faster as the stream goes on. Oh, I see. Yeah, Makeup Mom and Son's got to reset dates for a lot of interviews that had to be rescheduled. And then Mitchell and Dahl, I might have missed... Oh, you might have been asking somebody else. Forgive me. Sometimes I see things in the chat. I'm not sure if you're mentioning something for me or not. If you ever mention something that you want me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Check Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier, and I'll keep my eyes open. Hopefully catch it the next time around. Outgoing Azzy. Oh, and then that's cool, Outgoing Azzy. Yes, thank you. Let me see what I can do about finding some names to add to our Wheel of Doom. Euforma TV and Peacekeeper have both been here for quite a while now. Now, the wheel is not just run by how long you're here. I have a robot in the background. You recognize the name Bautissimo because it welcomes everybody. But... it keeps a calculation in the background, an arbitrary calculation based on not only how long you're here, but also how active you are, how much you're interacting with everybody else. It's not quite a message count. I think it's actually a character count, but I could be wrong. Either way, it does a great job of keeping an idea for me of how active everybody's is in the chat, so that when I need names for the wheel, I can add people in a sensical order. So again, it's not just about how long you're here. Ghostly Winds has been in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom for quite some time today, but we're finally getting a chance to look at their channel. They are a longtime dear friend to Superchat. This is somebody who I can describe as showing generosity in all the typical ways that you see on YouTube and going over and above. You wonder to yourself who's still going to be with you a year or 2 years down the road. Ghostly Winds has been with Superchat well over a year. Our 2-year anniversary is coming up next week. But Ghostly Winds has shown generosity and friendship to me personally and the Superchat family over and above what we typically see here during the live streams and in our live chats. Out in the YouTube streets, I know that this is somebody who truly has my back, and the reason I mention that is just because I want you to understand what kind of a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter Ghostly Winds is, so that you can find that support coming back to you after you connect with them. Let me just see what they've got going on the in the chat, the speed round. Yeah, Sonic speed now, it should be. Could you imagine if I could get the wheel to spin at the speed that Sonic does? Now, we're joking because when Ghostly Winds does gameplay on their channel, which is what they do most of all. Oh, and I see something special here. I didn't see this before. They do a lot of retro gaming. So they're talking about Sega and Nintendo games more than anything. I got to get you to pardon me for a second. I'll be right back. Oh, okay, pardon me for that. With my green screen back into place. So what I was talking about with the gameplay from Ghostly Winds, they do videos and live streams, and they play a lot of retro games. And it's interesting because I grew up with this stuff literally, like with Sega and Nintendo. My very first full-time job when I was 15 years old was cutting lawns in a place. I worked for a landscaping company. It was actually the in-house landscapers for a almost retirement community, you might want to say. And it was a big job, and I didn't like it at all. But I did do it. I was happy to have the money, because, of course, at 15, making a full-time salary over the summer was good times. I actually had 2 jobs that summer, too. I worked at a Ponderosa steakhouse on the weekends, too. And when I was cutting the lawns, I was so happy. I took my first paycheck. I went out and I bought a Nintendo and a couple of games, and I was so happy and so proud and everything else, because it was the first big purchase of my life, and I used that thing like crazy. So anyways, the thing that I notice when I get to Ghostly Winds' channel, though, so often is that they're playing these retro games, but still introducing me to things that I haven't seen before, even though I grew up with this stuff. So it's interesting. Now, they also are a dynamic host when you get to their channel, especially for a live stream. You will find that they will give you a warm welcome, but you can feel the energy and the fun that this creator's having while they're in the midst of their gameplay, but they're able to keep up with the chat at the same time. It's really something to see and experience, so I hope you'll enjoy that for yourself. Now, they got 715 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, and I see that they have got a shout-out video for Superchat here. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is add this into a special playlist that we've got called Superchat Supporters. We also have another playlist called Shoutout, for shout-out videos, where there's 2 here. One is for videos that have been made about Superchat, and one is for videos where it's a shout out for a lot of different channels, and Superchat has been included. Those are both on our front page. So you'll notice now, Ghostly Winds, I just posted that on our front page, and I will watch that video afterwards. I'm so terrified about copyright strikes and things like that, so I'm not going to run it right now, but I really do appreciate you doing this, even though I haven't seen it. Like I said, Ghostly Winds has been a dear friend for a long time. They happen to be a silver member, so we see their channel in the slides that run at the beginning and middle and end of every live stream as well. Evangelist Melvina Thomas, good to see you in the house. I Need Coffee 33, good to see you here. Come Hither with Heather, good to have you back. Danforth Avenue Wellness is coming up on the screen right now. We'll see what they've got going on. I hope they're still with us in the chat. I gotta reset the My list that I'm watching for the chat. Danforth Avenue Wellness is got 451 subscribers right now. They've got quite a few shorts videos, and they're starting to get some action on these. Now, I'm still getting to know this channel. They've been with Superchat for a while, but I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos. I'm going to take your latest one, this Vietnamese dinner video, and I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get to know your content a little bit better. The idea, of course, is as time goes on, I can get to know your channel, hopefully the creators behind the channel, and promote you better every time that you're here. Outgoing Azzy. Oh. Thank you so much, Outgoing Azzy. Yes, I try not to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do directly with their channel. I try. I'm sure I do sometimes when I slip, but what I mean to do is just share my own experience, the things I learn every day from creators of all sizes, so that we can all discuss it together and then make better decisions for all of our channels and our videos together. Trending Live TV, good to see you in the house. I don't know why my robot is welcoming you. I thought you'd been in Tuber Chat like many times before. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, if that's another channel or if it's just a glitch with that robot, but it's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Trending Live TV, shared on the community tab as well. Oh, I think that isn't Trending Live TV, isn't that the second channel from MTGV TV? Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but I think it is. And yeah, we'll find out soon enough. So Danforth Avenue Wellness, thank you for your contributions to the chat today. When you engage conversation, you're doing a great service to any host, whether it's a premiere or a live stream, because you're sending true engagement through the algorithm. And then let me spin the wheel. It's almost time for me to get some more names onto the wheel from our chat list. Oh, Lonnie Songs and Other Things. Forgive me, I didn't put you on the wheel yet. Good to see you in the house. But I've got you on there now. Now, Peacekeeper is another extremely popular name for a channel. So we have to go through our filters to make sure that YouTube knows that we're looking for a channel, not, the regular search results. Your search results might be different than mine. Some of them is directed by geographics and where we are, basically. So you just want to match that avatar, make sure we've got the right Peacekeeper, but it's very important, like I keep saying, we got to do as much as we possibly can for each other all the time. We see channels growing and progressing for this reason, but when we search, find, and click on a channel's name, especially in the case of somebody like Peacekeeper that's a little bit harder to find, we're doing them a great service. They will rise up the search results as hundreds of us are searching, finding, and clicking on them, and then YouTube will do a better job eventually of predicting when we're looking for this particular Peacekeeper. Cosmic Cultivator, it's good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then All Good, I appreciate every moment that everybody spends here in Tuber Chat. And then part of me, I'm just reading the chat a little bit. I know we have a lot of new channels in the chat. It might be interesting to know we usually have over 100 channels that come through in every Tuber Chat live stream now on average. And 5 to 10 of those channels are brand new every single day. So there's always new people to meet, lots of creators that have been here many times before, and lots of seasoned veterans, if you want to call it that, in the Tuber Chat family. And for anybody that's fairly new, you know, one of the things you want to keep in mind is that here we're always thinking about generosity and the idea of giving to others much more than we expect for ourselves. Most of the creators who've been here many times before will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat to connect with them. Until they watch how you're interacting with everybody else in the chat first. They're kind of watching everything everybody's saying. You can tell very much about somebody's intentions from the things they say in a live chat like this one, where you get the idea whether somebody is focused on their own channel or whether they're focused on supporting others, knowing that they will get that support back. So it's a very important thing just to keep in mind. Everybody's always watching everything that's going on in the chat, and this is how they make their decisions as to who they're going to connect with next. Because I constantly say, take your time, meet people one by one. You could possibly meet up to 8 or 10 different friends here in Superchat every single hour that you're here based on, you know, time spent. But any faster than that is too fast, and YouTube will take your connections away as well. So we have to be careful of that. Chocolate Drop, good to see you in the house. VPN Ultron Gaming is here for the first time. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I usually look for something around 10 minutes. I want something shorter than a stream replay. I know you've got, I think, an 8-minute video that I saw there. I might take that one. Yeah, 8:27. I'll take this one and add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well, and you have our notification bell on, and you don't miss so you don't miss our further live streams. Are always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then Get to the Farm, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Mjoy Ampong is in the house. Good to see you here as well. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. I'm not sure if we put this channel on the screen the other day. I think we did. So Mjoy Ampong is fairly new to Superchat as well. There's somebody who just found us within the last couple of weeks. Pardon me just for a quick second. I'll be back again. Just a little bit different today because we're so late, and Kristen's got work in the morning, Kira's got school, so I'm trying not to yell through the house. That's why you hear me talking a little bit differently today, but the cats keep opening the doors, so I'm trying to make sure I don't keep everybody awake all night. So Mjoy Ampong has 2,400 subscribers. Now I'm still getting to know this creator, so what I'm going to do is take one of their videos. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up with their channel, but get to know their content a little bit better as well. And then the hope is that as time goes on, I'll get to know their content, maybe the creator behind the channel. I'll be able to promote them a little bit better every time they're here. All that fluff and stuff is coming up on the Wheel. Blood Dragoon, it's good to see you here. That's a longtime friend of Superchat. It's always good to have you in the chat. I always enjoy my time visiting them while they are gameplay live streaming. Get to the Farm, thank you so much for coming by. I know you said you're just going to be here for a moment, but thank you so much, and thank you everybody for the thumbs up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and I will appreciate it greatly. It helps me get a couple more people into Superchat right now, and could see this. Forgive me. I'm mixing up my. I'm mixing up my speeches now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up, I will appreciate it greatly. If you can share the stream out, I will appreciate that as well. And forgive me, I'm just losing my place. I can only, it's one thing to have to say this stuff. I can only imagine what it's like to listen to it constantly. Scratch and PPA has heard me talk about thumbs up and sharing the stream and all that stuff so many times. I've just loaded up the wheel. So I know we've got a couple more creators. Thank you, Cosmic Cultivators. I'm going to add you to the wheel. Actually, I'll just do it right now. We've got all that fluff and stuff. Come Hither with Heather, Geeky Girls Journal, Evangelist Melvina Thomas, and Chocolate Drop on there as well. Euforma TV is somebody who's fairly new to Tuber Chat. Now, they're just here for what I think is about the third or fourth time. So we're still getting to know this creator. It's great to see they're already experimenting with shorts and getting some action there. I hope that continues. But I'm still getting to know their channel. So I'm going to take your latest Museum of Natural History video and add that into my catch-up list, and that will help me stay caught up, get to know your content a little bit better. And again, the hope is that every time you're here, I'll promote you better, and my stories will get better as time goes on as well. And then Lonnie Songs and Other Things is still in the house. I've got you on the wheel. You've been on there for a while, of course. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. And we'll see what we can do about getting everybody's channel on the screen. I think we can. If there's anybody in the stream that's watching or listening that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just please say anything at all in the chat and I'll get you on there right away. I know Blood Dragoon is here or came by. Just let me know if you're still here. I'll add you onto the wheel. Come Hither with Heather just had a power nap. See, I can't do that. When I have a nap, I literally get changed. It's bedtime for 2 hours. I never schedule like a 20-minute or 30-minute nap. If I'm going to take one at all, the decision has to be made hours in advance. I know it's ridiculous, but I can't do it. When I take a nap of any kind, I wake up so lethargic, like I might as well just write off the rest of the day, so I try not to do it. Blood Dragoon is coming up. Trending Live TV. Sorry, I didn't put you on the wheel yet. Geeky Girls Journal is an empowering and inspiring channel. As you can see, you get that from both their banner and all the different thumbnails and titles that they have here. Now, I think anybody can draw motivation or inspiration from this channel, even though it's directed at young women and it's called Geeky Girls Journal. They've been loyal and dedicated supporters to Tuber Chat for a long time. I can see that they are very much focused on the other social networks here as well, Instagram and TikTok. 349 subscribers on YouTube. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Oh, Cosmic Cultivators. What happened earlier is we had a stream, we lost it. The internet connection was just not stable. So whenever we lose a stream to the internet, I will always restart one time, but one time only, because we don't want everybody to be wondering and waiting and wasting time and things like that. So if we ever lose one more than once, we'll just come back the next day or the next time. But for today, we lost one earlier due to the internet. It's still there. It's just that it cut, so we had to start over. That's why we're asking for thumbs up again. We're doing spectacularly well, especially considering that we started from 0 again. But thank you, everybody, for that. Thank you, Geeky Girls Journal. It absolutely is true that even though some channels are directed towards a specific audience and not everybody is going to meet the criteria for, where that information is targeted, let's just say in an informational channel like this, I think anybody can draw something from almost any channel. There's no channel out there that's for everybody, right? But I think that we can all benefit, especially when we look at somebody who's really trying to use their powers for good. You know, there's a lot of other things that can be done in the world. So I'm always happy to see that. And, you know, I know a lot of creators here in the Tuber Chat family, of course, are going to wish each other well. But when you're doing something that's so empowering for so many other people, then I'm always drawn to that kind of generosity. And I know a lot of the Tuber Chat family and the creators behind those channels are also drawn to that. So it's my pleasure to have your channel up, and I'm really excited about what you're doing. I hope you're going to continue, and I hope that your content has the effect that you hope that it does. So let's spin the wheel, and we'll get another channel up here. We'll see what is happening with Trending Live TV. So I'm going to get my answer now and see if this is the creator that I think it is. Trending Live TV, I had thought for a second, forgive me if I'm mistaken, because I'm really putting my foot in my mouth if I'm wrong here, but I thought it was MTGV TV. I'm completely wrong. I'm so sorry. Forgive me for that. Yes. You don't see, and I don't stop myself when I'm going down towards a train wreck either, right? I just roll right into it. So anyway, Trending Live TV, thank you so much for being here. Obviously, this is a channel that I've still got to get to know, but they've got over 3,000 subscribers, over 3,100 actually, which is quite impressive. Now, anytime we see a channel over 3,000, I typically say that there's a lot we can learn from these creators as well as be entertained and inspired by. Now we see this creators coming out with a lot of shorts. Hopefully some of these start to get some serious action. And I might take this featured video, this chicken kebab video, and I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up with your channel, get to know your content a little bit better, and then hopefully I won't make that mistake again, and we'll talk about your channel more appropriately when it's up here. But that's a great banner. This is obviously somebody who's got a little bit of experience on YouTube. And like I said, for that reason, we can probably be entertained and inspired from this creator, as well as learn a little bit as well. Green Nation Vlog, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And we'll spin the wheel. Now, like I said, the reason why we like putting channels on the screen here is because more than anything else, over time, I get to know the channels, I get to know the creators, and then the hope is that I'll promote you better every time that you're here. And, you know, we're here for 2 to 2.5 hours anyway. We need something to do, so this is a great idea. We can talk about the channels and the creators and give everybody a better idea of what everybody's actually up to, and maybe everybody will take inspiration from each other and get new ideas. We never want to encourage copying, but we certainly do want to encourage collaborating, and that can be done in a lot of different ways. I use the word loosely here, but there's a lot of different things you can do to connect with other creators and uplift each other's content. So Chocolate Drop is here with 380 subscribers. This is another creator who's fairly new to Tuber Chat. I'm just going to take another one of your videos, this replay. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, get to know your content a little bit better. And it's great that you've started with some shorts videos as well. Hopefully that continues. And if anybody here in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So I'm going to start moving a little bit faster through channels now. Again, if there's anybody here who's watching or listening that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, I certainly don't mean to miss anybody, but if you want to say anything at all in the chat, I will make sure I get your channel on right away. Now, Blood Dragoon's only been here for a few moments today, but this is a long-time friend of Tuber Chat. You wonder to yourself, who's going to be with you a year, 2 years down the road? Blood Dragoon is a creator who has been supportive to Tuber Chat for all this time. And I've joined them many times for live streams. They're very warm, they're very welcoming, and they're very much into the gameplay that they've got going on during their live streams, but you will get a welcome. You will be welcome to meet other creators in their live streams as well. So I'm going to take your latest Elden Ring video and I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will just help me get caught up with your content a little bit. I can see I'm behind, but you can see that this creator with over 2,350 subscribers is now fully monetized. So lots of ways to support them when we get there, including super chats and memberships, and I hope you'll connect with them so you can see that support coming back to you as well. As it is, 393 episodes of Tuber Chat, and a lot of creators like Blood Dragoon are still coming around to meet more friends and family members for their channels and grow in the right way. Radical Productions is another example of a creator who's been with Tuber Chat for what I believe is well over a year and a half, and they have an incredibly oh my dear goodness, I missed our opportunity to connect on Thursday. Forgive me, I don't even know how. It's just occurring to me now as I see your name in the chat. I'm so sorry. Radical Productions was going to talk offline. Anybody can reach out to me anytime on Instagram. It's all one word, Tuber Chat. That's where I am all of the time. Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time. But Radical Productions, forgive me, I didn't mean to miss that opportunity. We'll have to connect on Instagram and find another time. This is my last week, probably, of where I have a lot of time available during the week, but maybe we can pick up where we were going to on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. And then forgive me for that. Radical Productions has an incredibly successful channel because they're doing some community outreach work. Forgive me, I'll find a better way to put that when I look at their channel. But you'll see what they're doing, and it's very impressive. And they've experienced some really rapid growth because of the impact that they're having. So, we're looking at Lonnie's songs and other things. Now, this is another creator that I'm still getting to know. I'm hoping I can catch you on one of these live streams. I'm just going to take your latest replay. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list, and I will go through that within the next 24 hours or so. And Lonnie Songs and Other Things has already shown to be a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Sis Izzy Thomas. And Radical Productions are on the wheel now. I'll spin. I'm going to move a little bit faster through channels because we've been on for argument's sake 2 hours now. Corinne's life is coming up now. I don't know if she was here for very long today. Corinne's life is a dear friend. She happens to be a moderator and a member, but she is a very busy person. And I appreciate every moment everybody can spend here in Tuber Chat. But Corinne's life has been an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, but a dear friend also for a very long time. She's done a couple of live streams. I missed these. I was out today, obviously. But she's got a lot going on. Now, it's interesting because her channel says Corinne's Life, and it really does encompass everything that is Corinne's life. She gives us an incredible job, she does an incredible job of giving us a look at her home life behind the scenes. She does vlogs. She does a lot of live streams, product reviews as well, unboxing videos, but she does a lot of live streams where she has other people hop in on panel with her on StreamYard, and then hops in with other creators on StreamYard panels as well. Now, she's also working on the other social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And she's doing well. She's already monetized on TikTok as well, which is really cool to see. Now, like I said, she's been a dear friend for a very long time. Corinne's Life is somebody who shows generosity far over and above what we typically see or talk about on YouTube, or especially here in Tuber Chat. She's fully monetized, as you can see. Lots of ways to support her, including memberships and super chats when we get there. Now, she also does shorts. She's got a lot of action on a lot of these as well. Interestingly, she is a small business owner, and what she does is produce merchandise, including hats, shirts, anything that can be printed, vinyl stickers, mugs, and Christmas ornaments, even all kinds of stuff. And you're seeing a lot of her merchandise pop up through the Tuber Chat family and out in the YouTube streets as well. So she gives us a behind the scenes look at how these things are made, and sometimes she does it on live streams as well. She's filling orders. There's a lot we can learn from this creator about these things, and then as well, we could use this channel as a resource as well. So when you're thinking about monetizing your own business or channel, you can reach out to Corinne's Life for the purpose of getting that kind of merchandise as well if you'd like to. So she's got over 1,800 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 1,900 that she's thinking about. Now, all that fluff and stuff has just dropped a super chat on us, but asked to have their spot given to Radical Productions. And so for that reason, I'm going to put Radical Productions up right now. So again, forgive me, we were supposed to have talked on Thursday. I don't know what in the world had me missed that opportunity. Forgive me, I can't for the life of me even remember. I mean, I'm always working, but I don't really have an excuse as to why I missed that. So I'm hoping that we can pick that up. Like I said, this week I've got another Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday that aren't going to be as hectic as things are going to be soon. But hopefully we can. Now, Radical Productions is thoughtfully considering how to up the production on their channel all the time. They have been a long time friend of Tuber Chat, but the success that they're having is because of the content that they're bringing and the work that they're doing. So they have been trying to bring awareness and an end to homelessness in America for a very long time. They've traveled around. They have a really interesting and compelling story as to how they started the channel. And I hope you'll go back and look at that. I think this is the video that I'm referring to. I think this is the one that I was thinking of when I've changed the way that I talk about this channel now. So I hope you'll check this out. Now I'm going to take your latest video because I just want to see what you've got going on here. That's in my catch-up list. I'll catch up with that in the next 24 hours or so. But you can see that Radical Productions has well over 7,100 subscribers. We've watched this channel grow. And one of the things that they're trying to do is to put a cell phone in the hands of every homeless person in America. I shouldn't say it that way. Well, I don't know if it matters, but every person experiencing homelessness in America, right? And so it's a really interesting and wonderful thing that they're trying to do, and I hope everybody will check out their channel and see what they're talking about, because they do interview a lot of people who are experiencing or have experienced homelessness. And you can read their about page and see what's going on with them as well. But it's really incredible. And like I said, we've been lucky to have them as part of the Tuber Chat family for a very long time. Thank you for that. All that fluff and stuff. They dropped a super chat on us for them. Now I'm going to put all that fluff and stuff up for that reason as well. Now, all that fluff and stuff has been a dear friend to Tuber Chat as well. They bring fun into the chat all the time. They've shown incredible generosity. I took a trick out of their book today, that one of the things that they have recommended many times is to produce a shorts video to promote any video that you've got coming up. I'm just writing a note for myself. Forgive me. That's just so I remember. I literally keep notes on pen and paper now. I had not done that last week, I believe, and that's maybe part of the reason why I missed my opportunity to connect with Radical Productions as we had talked about. But I'll try reaching out tomorrow and see if we can pick that up. Passion for Art, good to see you here. I think I missed another channel coming in. The Gathering Within, good to see you here. And I did say I was going to try to move a little bit faster, so I'm going to try to pick things up a little bit, move a little bit quicker. Classy Cookery, good to see you here, another longtime friend of Tuber Chat. So all that fluff and stuff, like I said, was talking about the idea of making a shorts video to promote your YouTube video when you put one out. So that can be an idea. I'll leave it to you to give that a try if it's something that's appropriate for your channel. It's going to take me a couple of days to go back over the analytics after the numbers settle and see what kind of effect that had. But I also married their idea with a little bit of influence from Corinne's life, a lot of what we talk about here on Superchat between everybody, and then as well my own ideas. So what I did was I often recommend to people, if you're going to make a shorts video, make it with another camera app, even if it's the native camera on your phone, whether it's Android or iPhone, and upload that short video to the different platforms separately if you want to put them on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, or things like this. The reason why is because at least YouTube specifically says that you will not be eligible with those shorts videos for the monetization fund if you have TikTok or Instagram or other logos in your videos. So we might as well just assume that all of the different platforms feel the same way. They don't want YouTube videos on TikTok and Instagram videos on TikTok and Facebook videos on Instagram and everything else. Now, it's just an assumption, but we know we're basically right about that. So the idea is, when possible, if you have the time and if your video is appropriate to be put across the different networks, you upload it separately, use it as a short and a TikTok and a reel and a story, possibly as a post, maybe on Instagram and Facebook, for instance, right? Snapchat is something I don't use, so I'm not versed in that at all. That's why I don't talk about it, but it might be possible to use that as well. So anyway, I'm not sure how my shorts video will have done by the time it's finished, but I did get a couple thousand views on TikTok today from that thing, so that was cool. So I have all that Fluff and Stuff's influence, along with Corinne's life and of course the Superchat family, to thank for that. Call Me V is in the house, another fellow Canadian. So I really do have to step it up. All that Fluff and Stuff, thank you for another Super Chat again. I really do appreciate that. And Evangelist Melvina Thomas is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. I'm going to try to fill up the wheel again and we'll get moving. Evangelist Melvina Thomas is another inspiring creator. I'm just going to take their latest video and add it into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. And again, if anybody here in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Oh, yes, okay. Come Hither with Heather says TikTok automatically posts to Instagram. Instagram automatically posts to Facebook. Now, if you... here's the problem. All these social networks take more time, right? There was a day when these didn't exist. We had to update our website. We had to check our email. Then Google came along. We have to update our business listing. We have to get a MySpace account and a Facebook page and a Facebook group and an Instagram thing and you know what I mean? It goes on and on and on. Pinterest and LinkedIn and the other ones I don't talk about. Now Rumble and Signal and Clubhouse and everything else. So there's tons of this stuff out there. The problem is it's more and more work. Now, not everybody can just, if you're a one-man show, you just can't do it all. I can't see it being done. But if you do have the ability to spend the extra time, you find the social networks where you enjoy your time, I think you're going to be most effective on the ones you enjoy, as opposed to just saying, well, there's a lot of people on Twitter, I should be on Twitter. If you don't really like it and you don't use it, you're not going to be as effective there as you might on something like TikTok if you enjoy that more. But I'm not saying I'm right. It's just an idea, something to keep, food for thought. But if not, then absolutely repurpose the content if it's appropriate, as is the fastest way that you can. You know what I mean? Because something is better than nothing, more is better than less, and this and that. But if you have the time, if you can make your shorts videos separately on a camera that doesn't belong to any of the social networks, even if it's another app, there's lots of apps that add effects and all the funky things to the videos and then upload them separately if you can. But there's a lot of different ways to get that done. So Oh, Come Hither with Heather doesn't like Pinterest. It's much different, that's for sure. I'm not sure if this has stopped. Oh, I don't know if I would do that. I don't know, Geeky Girls Journal, if I would remove anything unless you really have time on your hands. But that's a decision you have to make by looking at the stuff and seeing if you think it's being hindered. Because I could be wrong. You know what I mean? The things I'm saying are more ideas than advice, or at least I'd like them to be taken that way, right? So please consider it. It's just ideas. I just want to encourage consideration. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. I put Passion for Art on there. There's other tools. Now, I really like Hootsuite. That's one, if you haven't already heard of it, you could look that up. Hoot as in an owl, like would make the sound hoot, and suite as in like a hotel room, like a suite, like a honeymoon suite or something like that. And that's a big multi-platform scheduler. And then there's also Buffer, which I like the idea of. I haven't used it enough to be an authority on that particular one, but there are tricks you can play with some of these things to really get a lot of automation going. One of the things I use is IFTTT, stands for if this then that, and what it means is if this happens then do that. And you're kind of giving instructions to the different social networks to do things for each other. So like if you take a picture on Instagram, use that as a native photo and put out a post on Twitter for yourself. You know, it will do that for you. There's a lot of these automated things, and you can schedule your posts, and that can help. So, you know, one of these days I hope to do tutorials on these things and show you how we can use those, but it's a lot more than we can get into here in the middle of Superchat. Now, Hootsuite is something you can use for free to a point. I forget what the limit is right now. I think they used to allow 3 platforms for free, and they dropped it to 2 or something like that. I've been using it for years, but I don't use it every day. And then Buffer's something I've been playing around with a lot more lately, because they do give you 3 for free, but eventually all these services have paid things that go along with them. I'm a big fan of doing everything independently if you can, if you have the time. Now, half of my full-time job is doing social media, so I absolutely can play with all these things and try the different methods. Every service likes their service. So Facebook will push you have a better chance of your post being pushed out farther by Facebook if you post it on Facebook, not on Hootsuite or Buffer or Instagram or anywhere else. Even though Facebook owns Instagram, it's, you know, a unique thing. But so if you have the ability to post natively, that's what it's called, on each different platform, that's the very best way to possibly get the algorithm to pick your stuff up, right? Twitter wants to put tweets out. They don't want to put posts from Instagram out, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I know, Cosmic Cultivators. It's probably overwhelming. So forgive me, because I know not everybody's heard of all these different things. I forget that sometime because my whole adult life has been revolved around social media, right? I was there for most of these, and I've used most of them, or I'm at least familiar with some of them. I went to a guy once who was doing, he runs a school now, but he's an electrician. He runs an electrician's company, very successful in this and that. But I was talking to him and I said, oh, you know, you should be on Homestars. And he said to me, well, what's Homestars? And I said, well, Homestars is like, what did I say? It was like, not Reddit, Yelp. It's like Yelp, but for home improvement. He's like, what's Yelp? And I forget, I don't mean to be obnoxious, I forget that not everybody just, you know, follows every social media platform every single day. Yelp is something where people can give reviews on businesses, particularly restaurants and stuff like that, and it's called Yelp because people give a lot more negative than positive, I think, and this and that, and you know, all these platforms have these different things, but we can learn about these. I'm going to show you something after Come Hither with Heather, as a matter of fact. The Artist 44, thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing again. Forgive me for anybody I've missed in the chat. I've got the Artist 44 on the Wheel of Doom. That's a creator who's done a couple of shout out videos for us. Thank you for those again. They're on our front page. And it's actually because of that creator that I was able to show everybody how to share a shorts video on your community tab, because it can be not easy. So Come Hither with Heather is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. This is somebody who brings us paranormal content and explorations of abandoned places, and they have shown generosity in all of the typical ways that we see on YouTube, and over and above certainly many times. Werner's Adventures is their partner. They have a similar variety in content on their channel. I hope everybody will check out both of these creators. Come Hither with Heather is working towards 600 subscribers right now, and Werner's Adventures is working towards 500. So I hope we'll connect with both of these. Come Hither with Heather is another creator who seems to be everywhere all the time. When I bounce in between premieres and live streams, I run into them constantly supporting others. Now I just want to show you a website, Social Media Examiner. .com, and I'll drop the link for this as well. This is a website I've been using for years. It's my #1 website for learning about social media and staying up to date with all the things that are available on all the different platforms. So when you hear me go on endlessly about the different social networks, this is where I get a lot of information, and I'd like to share this with everybody. I usually share it on Facebook once a year for everybody as well. I won't get into too much detail. I'll just leave it for you to look at, but they have lots of stuff, including YouTube here, and it can be helpful. They do put a lot of these reminders up to join their email list and everything else, but that's expected from a website. Come Hither with Heather needs naps from all the bouncing around. Yes. My voice has just about had it for today. The Artist 44 is coming up. We're going to get some rest and be back in the morning or afternoon tomorrow. We will be back at noon Eastern. I moved the stream just slightly, but you can get the time that it's going to fall accurately in your time zone from our front page if you want to go and look as well. Oh, good to see Catherine with Friends as a shout out. She's been a friend for a while. Deborah Catch by Faith, I recognize that channel. Lots of tuber chat here, so thank you for that. James Guype is great. Dan Anderson is somebody I don't know yet, but you see that another tuber chat one there. Thank you for that, Artist 44. They're doing a lot of videos to promote others, so thank you for that. And then I'm just going to take your latest video here as well and add this into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up with your content, make sure I don't fall too far behind. Let me spin the wheel. So you can see that the Artist 44 is also another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Now, we don't have a sub count on this channel, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they're looking towards. We all know what it's like to hit different milestones of different types, whether we're working on our first 5 subscribers or 10 or 50 or 100 or 1,000 or even more. Cosmic Cultivators is coming up right now with 1,120 subscribers or so, and Come Hither with Heather. Yeah, tomorrow's stream. I appreciate every moment everybody spends. I know not everybody can be here every single day, especially for 2.5 hours, just because it's convenient for me to stream at this time. So I do appreciate every moment everybody has spent. Vinco Games is a brand new channel for Tuber Chat. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Thank you, Trending Live TV. Thank you so much. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're letting the stream run, even if you're just coming by to say hello and give that thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Cosmic Cultivators comes to us from the homesteading community. Now, I'm still getting to know this channel, so I'm just taking your latest video. I've added that into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind, and get to know your content a little bit better, so that as time goes on, I'll do a better job of promoting your channel, like the other stories you hear from me about a lot of other channels. So thank you, Vinco Games, for a share. I really do appreciate that. I'm just spinning the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, see who's coming up next. Yeah, I got to get to some of these tutorials. I don't know what I'm ever going to do, because when I do live streams, they're so long-winded. I don't want somebody to have to watch an hour to get 15 minutes worth of, you know, value out of a video. At the same time, because I want to make videos, it never gets done, so I can only talk about these things and not actually be helping. So we have to find a median in between these things. So Passion for Art is up right now, and this is a creator. I think I saw them on a panel the other day with Rambling with the Brums, if I'm right. And, oh yeah, thank you, all that fluff and stuff. But I have changed the way that I share the videos on the community tab. Now, I share 5 to 8 times a day, usually for other creators, but 1 post a day is for the music channel, because I'm still working on that in the background. But on the days that we stream for Tuber Chat, 1 of the streams each day is for that. Now, I used to put them out at the beginning of the day, but I wanted to experiment with putting those posts out at the time that the streams run or close to it, and I think that's helped. So, you know, with the exception of today, it's at an odd time. Yesterday was, you know, an average day, but for the last few weeks, we've experienced some really unbelievably over-the-top busy Tuber Chat live streams, and I'm sure that that's a part of it. So for those of you who see, you might notice that I've been posting the Reddit posts, the tweets, the Facebook posts, the Instagram posts and stories, everything around the time that the stream runs to try to catch more eyeballs at the time. So I think that helps. So I'm almost going to recommend that to everybody as well. What's the food trending, mukbang, and reviews? Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Sis Izzy Thomas is coming up right now, and I think these are going to be the last 2 channels that we're going to look at for today. Actually, Aubrey is already on the wheel. Forgive me for anybody that I haven't gotten to. We'll be back again tomorrow at noon Eastern. I'm just going to grab a link for us right now to go and raid. Kid Wonder is on his gaming channel, and he's been a dear friend to Tuber Chat from the very beginning. So we want to... oh, he might be finishing. Oh, I think he's done. Alright, that's not going to happen. Let me see if I can find something else. Forgive me. Sis Izzy Thomas is here, another creator connected very much to Evangelist Malvina Thomas, who we saw a moment ago. And I'm hoping everybody will connect with them. I'm still getting to know their channel as well. I'm just going to take another video from this official artist channel, and I'm going to add that into my catch-up list as well, so I can get caught up with that content also, and make sure I don't fall too far behind. I'm going to send everybody over to a friend, Catherine with Friends. Now, it's interesting because I actually just saw a shout-out video from DaArtist44, who was in here, and they happen to be over there as well. So please say Tuber Chat Raid when you get over there. And that is Catherine with Friends. She is allowing people to connect in her live stream the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. And she's been a dear friend for a very long time, since before Tuber Chat even started. So she comes in frequently, and I hope everybody will enjoy their time over there. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the way out. Give her a thumbs up on the way in. For fun, we're going to spin the wheel, get actually Aubrey up here, and I will leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes so that we can clean up our connections here. Again, forgive me for any of the channels that we didn't get to today, but we'll be back tomorrow. And we'll get through as many channels as we can in a 2 to 2.5 hour period. This is actually Aubrey, somebody who's a new member to Tuber Chat. I hope everybody will connect with them. I'm still getting to know their channel, so I'm going to take one of their videos, put it in my catch-up list as well. That will help me get caught up, get to know their content better. We don't have a sub count on this channel right now, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they're working towards, and they already have a community tab there. I think they told me how many subscribers they have, but the number's not coming to me, so I'll leave it out. It doesn't matter. We just want to do as much as we can to support each other always. And thank you everybody again for the time that you've spent. Thank you to our moderators, especially for hanging out at such an uncommon hour. I really do appreciate all the help that they give, my friendships with each of them. And I will drop the link again for Catherine with Friends in another moment. And I'll come over there for a quick second as well. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent. We will see everybody again in a moment with Catherine with Friends, and then again tomorrow. Bye-bye everyone.